Hi, my name is Kelly Ann Torado, and I did my final paper on the ADOS Standardized Test Assessment. ADOS is an acronym that stands for the Autism Diagnostic Observation Schedule. It is associated with diagnosing and assessing children with autism spectrum disorder, otherwise known as ASD. The test originated in 2001 by the Western Psychological Services, and it is commonly used and associated with the ADI, which is the Autism Diagnostic Review. They go hand in hand. The whole approach to this assessment is to provide social interaction and to see a child's interaction with an evaluator. So the setting is one-to-one with an evaluator and the child, and the evaluator is to give verbal commands to do this or do that, or to walk to a certain area, and just to see their understanding, their interpretation, their eye contact, their social skills. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious by eye. There's not an actual physical, written assessment that can really help you diagnose a child with autism. So this is like an excellent social assessment, I would say. The assessment is broken into 4 different modules. So in each module, it accommodates different types of children. Module 1 is for those who are not nonverbal, who do not have communication skills at all. So the modifications in the programs and the tasks mostly have to do with just verbal commands of a child's getting up to get something they're asked to get, or any kind of verbal command, understanding cognitively. Module 2 is also, it's one step up from Module 1. It's for those with very little verbal skills, so it's modified a little bit to have the child verbalize what they can, to see where they're at, to see what they're capable of. Module 3 and 4 are also next steps of, they have more verbal communication. They're usually higher functioning. Previously, before they just need the diagnosis of autism, a child with Asperger's would normally fall under Module 4. So it's that's how it's accommodated. There is a modified version of the ADOS. It's just modifies the programs and the modules 1 through 4 for those, so they don't misunderstand a verbal student and say, well, they're verbal, but they can communicate. They're not autistic. It's not always the case. There's different levels to autism, so it's important for an evaluator to understand that a child can be autistic, can be verbal, but there's specific signs to look for. So the newer ADOS actually accommodates all these different misunderstandings, or maybe something that would be not as easily able to read. So I did my paper on this specifically because I do work with children with autism. I am an ABA therapist. I work in an ABA school, so a lot of the children, especially the older students, I should say, they have gone through similar assessments in their journeys. Of course, you start off, pediatrician evaluates, and then you send off for further assessment in order to get into a specialized program or school, so they understand the needs and wants of the program that the students will be in and learning daily. And I just think it's an interesting topic. I hope you enjoyed my paper. I had a great semester. I thought it was very, very informative. I learned a lot. And I wish you a wonderful rest of your summer. Thank you.